you grew up in the late 80s all the way up to the 2000s, now I bet you can tell me what song this is. It's Barney, but I'm here to tell you today that there is so much more to this simple song than meets the eye. You will never hear this song the same way after you finish this video. These are 100 facts you never knew about the Barney theme song. Welcome to the Barney Desk. Starting simple, the Barney theme borrows its melody from the public domain folk song Yankee Doodle, with new lyrics by Stephen Bates Baltes and Lori Lazarus, both of whom left after a day at the beach and returned for season 3. Debuting in the very first Barney in the Backyard Gang video, the original theme lyrics introduce Barney as a dinosaur sensation and a child's best friend, with the middle verses naming each member of the Backyard Gang. When Barney and Friends was greenlit for television, those verses were rewritten to remove specific kid name mentions and instead highlight the general fun and learning that comes with spending time with Barney. The intro always begins with a Barney silhouette marching alongside kid silhouettes and the show's title beneath. In seasons 4 to 6, this includes a boy watching on a stop-motion TV with added confetti and a yellow paper background, while in seasons 7 to 13, Barney marches alone on a rainbow background before folding open like paper to reveal the kids as a rainbow shoots by. What follows is the doll to dinosaur transformation sequence and a handful of clips from the episode or video. Seasons 1 to 3 end with a shot of the Barney doll sitting on a tire swing as a rainbow forms above his head and he winks, while later seasons just end on the episode title card. Most of the theme is sung in G major, except the final verse, which shifts into B flat major. Musical director Bob Singleton composed the theme for the first 3 seasons. Starting with season 4, Joe Phillips took over as musical director and composed the themes for seasons 4 to 6, 7 to 13, season 14, and essentially every Barney theme produced after 1997. The theme song is credited under different names depending on the release. On certain albums, such as the live recordings for Barney's Big Surprise and Barney's Colorful World, it appears as Barney is a Dinosaur. However, on other releases, including both Barney Favorites albums, the Birthday Bash live album, and most home video releases, it is simply listed as Barney Theme Song. The hit version of the theme has the longest continuous run of the same instrumental being used, because it was used for 7 seasons straight with only minor tweaks. Throughout a standard Barney episode or video, the theme song can be heard as an underscore. The intro silhouette of Barney would go through 3 different design changes over the years. In season 1, the silhouette featured a raised foot, a pointed alligator-like face, and a pretty odd-shaped tail. By season 3, the silhouette was updated to more closely resemble Barney's actual design, with an open mouth, a more curved tail, shorter legs, and a calmer walking stance. Then, in season 7, a third version was introduced with thicker legs, visible teeth, and slight adjustments to the body shape. Interestingly, while season 7 updated the silhouette for the intro, the vector logo used in merchandise and all that kept the season 3 version, just recolored with the rainbow kid silhouette instead of the solid purple. The intro for the first wave of Backyard Gang tapes featured a few clips from an earlier version of 3 Wishes. Notably, these featured alternate backgrounds than seen in the final released version. A Day at the Beach, however, would actually break from this because its intro uses finalized clips directly from 3 Wishes, making it noticeably different from the other 2. The Campfire sing-along intro is so odd. It's just the second Backyard Gang intro, but where new kid Jeffrey replaces Adam. They had to re-record the line where his name is said, but for some reason they decided to re-record from Derek's part onward until right before the last verse, in which the kids are noticeably off-key for the entire re-recording. It may even be an entire key lower than the original.
Derek is in Barney's club and Adam has a ticket, but Mom has never seen him 'cause she doesn't know our secret. Derek is in Barney's club and Jeffrey has a ticket, but Mom has never seen him 'cause she doesn't know our secret.
There are 5 distinct versions of the season 1 theme song, or 7 if you include album releases. These include the original intro, an alternate one with bigger sparkles in the title card, another one with the ending shot swapped for one featuring Tasha, the magical musical adventure version where the season 1 title card was replaced with Barney home video, and the 1998 Play and Learn with Barney edit that opens with the season 3 title card before transitioning into the season 1 intro. If you count Barney Favorites Volume 1 and 2 as separate album versions, that brings the total to 7. If you also wanted to be a little quirky and silly, you could technically say that Season 2 and 3 also use a slightly altered version of the Season 1 theme. Minor enough that they're debated, but arguably distinct. And if you factor in every unique variant across home videos, alternate edits, where unique means any differences aside from the end title card, there are around 21 different versions of the Lions theme. The theme for Season 1 and Barney Favorites Volume 1 have very slight differences. In the episode version of Season 1's theme, the vocals, drums, and sound effects are much louder, while the CD mix on Barney Favorites Volume 1 boosts the horns and bass, adds reverb, and lowers the vocal track. The Barney Favorites Volume 2 version is a drastic difference from both Favorites 1 and Seasons 1 to 3. The horns are very loud, the drums are very quiet, the cowbell is very prominent, and the cymbal at the last verse, the cymbal crashes are just gone. It's truthfully my least favorite version of it. Some versions of the Lions theme include an unusually loud harp gliss when the title card fades away out of frame. Season 2's title card features much smaller silhouettes compared to Season 1, despite them being the same silhouettes. Several home videos made after Barney's musical scrapbook in May 1997, but before the official start of Season 4 in November of the same year, feature noticeably different intro sequences compared to the standard Season 3 era style. Most Season 3 era home videos open with the Season 3 title card, followed by the familiar transformation shot of the kids arriving to see Barney, and occasionally reusing footage from the TV intro, mixed with scenes from the home video itself. In contrast, the videos from this in-between period begin to switch things up. Starting with Barney's musical scrapbook, they introduce a modified title card, usually reading some variation of Barney Home Video. Beginning with Camp Wanna Run Around in July of '97, they also adopt a semi-recreated transformation sequence made entirely from footage within that specific video. This updated intro style continued even as Season 4 began airing. The last video to use this format was Good Day Good Night, which was released while Season 4 episodes were premiering with an entirely different intro. The intro for Seasons 5 and 6 would reuse the instrumental from Season 4, but with different, calmer sounding kid vocals, as compared to Season 4's more energized, younger sounding vocals.
Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination.
Seasons 4, 5, and 6, despite having mostly different shots used between them, reused the same shot of ice cream sundaes appearing in front of the kids. Also, I need to address this. This is not Keisha. I know, I'm sorry. I always thought it was, but it's not. There is a MIDI-based studio mix of the Season 5 to 6 theme released only on 2 PC games, All Around Town and Magical Music, and 2 Spanish CDs. The MIDI mix was likely created for PC sound card limitations, as compressing vocals was easier than compressing full band audio. Season 7's intro includes a twangy banjo buried beneath the brass, audible only when isolated. For Season 9, the production team moved Barney's transformation shot from the beginning of the episode to the end of the intro to speed up the pacing of it by skipping the pre-Barney transformation scenes. Due to UK audiences reportedly not responding well to the child actors, the production team created an entirely alternate version of the 9th season, with no kids, replacing their scenes with new shots featuring only the dinosaurs. As a result, the UK Season 9 intro is basically the American one, but every shot with kids is swapped out for the same moment from the UK version of that episode, just with the dinosaurs alone. It's pretty eerie. Several Season 10 episodes have the vocals mixed much lower than the instrumental and sound effects. In Season 11, a cool little synth flute solo is added between the final stanza and the end instrumental bit. It's an octave higher little riff on the opening melody. It's pretty cute. However, some episodes of said season don't include this flute solo and just end regularly. It's lame. Baby Bop is incredibly unpresent in the Season 11 intro. She only appears twice and never by herself. BJ shows up 5 times, Riff appears 4 times, and Barney appears 15 times, not counting the silhouettes. Weirdest part is the final group shot has Barney, BJ, Riff, and the kids, and just doesn't include Baby Bop. Season 12 reintroduces title cards after they were removed in Season 9. We missed you. The Season 13 intro was not recreated for widescreen, so the editors instead added rainbow side columns to the 4x3 footage instead. Season 14 is the only season where the theme genre completely changed to be a hip and cool hip-hop remix of the song. Most of the orchestral elements were stripped down in favor of a very embarrassing rap verse in the middle. This also strips it down to the first and last stanzas. Visually, it starts with the old hit intro as a fake out before cutting to Barney and the kids hip-hop dancing, followed by some quick shots of Baby Bop, BJ, and Riff, then Barney on a skateboard and hugging some kids, and let's just move on, it sucks. The season 14 intro is also the last piece of new television footage to feature Riff. No other season 14 segments filmed new material with him. The likely reason is that Michaela Dietz, Riff's voice actress, was presumably busy at the time, seeing as how she only appeared in one home video during the entire production cycle of season 14. There's an earlier unused version of the season 14 intro that features no sound effects, no ad-libs from the dinosaurs, and a few squiggle overlays added to the ground beneath Barney and the kids. And for some reason, a redesigned logo. Lovely. The season 1 silhouette of Barney is based on art from the Backyard Gang coloring pages. The same applies with these two kids, who were also taken from a coloring page of Campfire Sing-Along. A few DVD releases of compilation videos released after 2010 feature the season 14 intro cropped to 4:3. However, instead of simply trimming the sides, the rainbow border was resized to fit the 4:3 aspect ratio. Probably the least seen intro of all time is the 1998 compilation Play and Learn with Barney intro, because it begins with the season 3 title card, uses a unique roll transition, and then plays the season 1 opening. Camp Wanna Run Around would later get re-released in 2003 under the name Outdoor Fun. The intro would be altered to have the end title card feature the text Outdoor Fun in a vibrant purple logo as opposed to the usual font. The 2003 DVD, Happy Mad Silly Sad, debuts a slightly altered version of the season 7 and 8 intro. While most of it remains unchanged, a few shots are replaced with different footage. These alternate inserts are pretty easy to spot too. If you look, they're centered in the frame, and the frame is outlined with a noticeable black border, unlike the seamless frames in the original edit. This formatting trend would continue in future home video intro edits, but never appeared in the main TV show intro. When 2002's Barney's Beach Party was re-released as Let's Go to the Beach in 2006, the intro was redone to match the season 7 style hit intro format. This marked the only instance where lyric era footage was edited into a hit style opening. Compared to other home videos released during the hit era, Top 20 Countdown, which was released in 2009 but was finished in 2005, features a heavily altered version of the hit intro. Most notably, the background has been changed to purple with CGI confetti falling and no sound effects in the mix. If you're enjoying this video so far, I strongly encourage you to hit that subscribe button. We make a lot of cool content on this channel, and trust me, you're gonna want to see it. So you better have clicked it, you little Sigma. The intro for 2010's Best Fairy Tales has the sound effects very noticeably delayed and off time. Season 7 was the first to use a version of the theme as the end credits instead of the usual underscore melody, Barney's Dilemma. It's a really good rendition of the song too, and it's never talked about. It's really good, go give it a listen. Season 14 uses a slightly modified version of its theme's instrumental for the credits of that season. Stage tours, international airings, and most international home videos trim the theme down to just the first and last verse. So mid. That being said, Hit never made a short version of their theme for international broadcast like Lyric did for seasons 3 to 6. Several live shows from the mid-90s to early 2010s feature unique versions of the theme song, building off of past arrangements. Barney Live in New York City would use the Volume 2 version of the theme song instrumentally and have a female vocalist sing the lyrics while on top of the kid vocals from Volume 2. It's very odd. Now, the Universal attraction A Day in the Park with Barney features a synthesized version of the Lions instrumental. This version uses a different female vocalist from the one in Live in New York City and carries over the muted choir sound. That being said, the kid vocals are so quiet. They're probably from Barney Favorites Volume 2, but they're so quiet in the mix we can't really tell. Barney's Big Surprise would reuse/build upon the instrumental from A Day in the Park, but introduces new vocals closer in tone to those used in the Season 4 intro. The theme for Barney's Big Surprise was also mixed at the Dallas Sound Lab. Barney's musical castle would feature a slightly similar arrangement with toned down horns, and is actually totally something else, but we'll get there later. That version became the standard theme used across several shows, including Barney's Open House and Barney's Theater from 1999 through to 2006. Barney's musical castle actually uses the MIDI mix of the season 5 to 6 theme as a basis for its rendition, along with adding an extra horn line and some smaller additional elements. That was mind-blowing when I first found that out. Barney's colorful world builds on the musical castle version with a slightly different drum build-up at the beginning, but is otherwise pretty identical. Later, the Let's Go tour introduced a new arrangement that combined elements of the musical castle version with the hit era theme. This would be reused in shows like Let's Imagine and Space Adventures, and reusing the hit vocals. The original version of the Birthday Bash intro would also use the vocals from the hit theme. Speaking of which, the full studio recording of the Birthday Bash theme used to be available online officially in 2010, but then disappeared and was deemed lost media for over a decade, with the only snippet we had being heard in the background of a tour advertisement with someone speaking over it. That was until June 2025, when the entire thing in crisp audio was posted online by yours truly. The only tire swing shot with the stuffed Barney plush to be practical would be in Season 1. Season 2 would reuse this shot, and Season 3 would feature a digitally recreated shot with the updated Barney plush. The tire swing shot from Season 3 would be officially discontinued in 1997, but was also reused for the Hebrew Co-Productions intro, despite that production having a very different set. Treehouse airings of Season 5 episodes used the audio from the shortened version of Season 4's theme for most of the intro, before cutting to the Season 5 audio on the last line. The PBS airing of Sing and Dance with Barney uses a few intro shots not present in the 1999 VHS release. This is because several songs were omitted from the broadcast to fit the time slot, and their corresponding clips were removed from the intro. The 2004 DVD would later revert back to the VHS version. A few of Barney's screeners have been leaked to the public. For context, a screener is an early preview copy sent out to TV stations, reviewers, or distributors before final edits are done. The screener of Be My Valentine, Love Barney would use the audio from the Season 4 intro, even though the special was made way later in 2000. The audio would be fixed to the Season 5 to 6 intro before the video released. The screener of Barney in Outer Space includes some unfinished effects in the intro. You can actually see the crane holding the smoke detector prop before the CGI rocket was added. It also lacks the color square behind the title card. The intro for 1997's Barney's Stupendous Puzzle Fun swaps out the usual Season 3 title card for the black Barney Home Video logo instead. This mirrors what Magical Musical Adventure did back in 1992, where the standard Season 1 title card was replaced by the then current Barney Home Video logo. The end title card here is also tweaked. It removes the logo on the top and displays the video's title really scaled up. The intro for 2002's Barney's Christmas Star is slightly bass boosted, and the final shot of Barney lacks the usual sparkle effects seen in the Season 7 intro. 2011's I Can Do It starts with the beginning of the Season 14 intro, but then transforms into this purple and green backdrop with the title of the video appearing as the instrumental plays. It then cuts it off and transitions into the episode. Barney's Musical Zoo is the only episode video with a custom intro. For reference, an episode video is one that features no new content and is just a compilation of previous episodes. This is different from a clip show, as those are compilations with new content built around them. Several home videos neglect the Barney theme song, mainly the hit ones, because they're no fun. Most American Barney albums also neglect the theme song. Luckily, a lot of international releases have it. The intro for the show's Korean co-production features the opening animation of the Seasons 4 to 6 intro with the Lions instrumental. Several other international dubs would do this as well, such as most of the Spanish home videos. That being said, most of the visual design of the Korean intro is very unique. Almost every shot is framed in these little borders with different UI elements like bubbles or flowers popping up. It also has these adorable little inserts of Barney waving at the camera in the corners of the screen. He's so cute. There are 5 different versions of the Hebrew intro, 4 based on edits of the Season 1 intro, and then just the one from Season 2. The first 2 are nearly identical, with the second simply featuring a much louder instrumental. The third version re-records the vocals with younger sounding voices compared to the first 2's more adults trying to sound like kids sounding vocals. The fourth appears on VHS collections and opens with a bumper over the Lions background reading Roll Communications in cooperation with Classy Cadet Presents, followed by collection number whatever from the selection of videotapes of Barney. This version also features an extended title card, where the final verse repeats instrumentally as a girl speaks over it. Below the logo, text reads from the video cassette, and the episode's title is shown. There's also just Season 2, which is different altogether. It's a pretty weird opening, to be honest. This intro features a very odd opening where Barney transforms and is taken from like an above fisheye lens while he's just very stiffly standing there and waddling his arms. All of the Hebrew intros use the American Season 2 visual aesthetic, as seen in the opening shot where the background is tinted blue and the silhouettes have a drop shadow. The English translation of the opening line of the Hebrew intro features the amazing phrase, "When he's big, he can touch us all." The German version of Sing and Dance with Barney plays the full German Season 1 audio over the Season 5 to 6 instrumental. Not just the vocals, the entire track is awkwardly laid on top. It's very loud. In 2008, a Barney karaoke home video titled Sing Along with Barney was released in the Philippines. It features a custom MIDI version of the theme song that doesn't resemble the other MIDI renditions we've mentioned. It's much more bare bones with noticeably loud brass instruments. The instrumental plays through the left speaker while the Season 5 vocals are quietly mixed in. The version also includes light-up song lyrics that are displayed across the screen. All of the Season 3 episodes were aired on GMTV in the UK under the title Sing and Learn. The intros use a shortened, custom-cut version of the Season 3 intro made from hand-picked shots rather than just trimming the original like most would do it. Instead of the normal opening title card, a modified version of the end card appears first, showing the Sing and Learn title. Then the final end card also displays the episode's topic. The intro for Waiting for Santa in Spanish is entirely instrumental except for a voice that introduces each kid in Spanish and then the title of the video at the end.
Protagonistas: Michael, Amy.
The Spanish dub for Barney in Outer Space uses the vocals from the short version of the theme but looped so the first and last verse played twice throughout the song, and it sounds as audibly incoherent as you'd expect. The Spanish version of Let's Go to the Beach, which as a reminder, the intro for that reuses footage from Barney's beach party, features a Spanish dub of the Season 1 theme in the intro. This results in a rare combination where Lions era audio plays over lyric era footage formatted with a hit style intro. That's crazy. The Spanish version of Season 14's theme features different lyrics in both the first and last verse compared to previous Spanish versions of the song, which is odd because the English version of Season 14's theme keeps the first and last verse unchanged from the original. The Latin American Spanish dub is the only international version of the show to include every single intro/logo variant from the US series. Season 1, 2, 3, 4 to 6, 7 to 13, and 14 are all represented. The Brazilian Portuguese dub comes close, but it skips the Season 1 and 2 intros. However, it does include two different Season 8 intros, along with the unique version of the Season 10 intro. Notably, one of the Brazilian Season 8 intros features a traditional Mexican-style star placed on top of the rainbow during the opening animation. The Brazil dub of Season 3 features a custom opening animation with a different background and red text. When the silhouettes do the little boogie step, all the on-screen elements disappear, aside from the background, which then just abruptly cuts to the opening shot. The Portuguese dub for the hit theme features backing vocals harmonizing throughout the entire song. Italy recorded a custom 2-minute theme in 1997 for its airings of Season 1. It was released on a 5landia compilation CD and later reused, despite being unrelated, on the Italian Jim Jam broadcast in 2009. The Italian theme bears no resemblance to the American theme in any way, shape, or form. The song is performed by a female singer, a children's choir, and the Italian voice actor for Barney, as a montage of Season 1 clips play. The kids' choir can be heard shouting, "Barney! Barney! Barney Show!" It's better when they do it. Take a listen. The Albanian dub of Barney's Christmas Star by Sierra Film clearly didn't have the original stems, so they rebuilt the theme from scratch. It's a cheap sounding MIDI tune with like a snake charmer flute playing the notes and playing a lot of them incorrectly. This version was exclusively used for this home video and not for the TV series, which was originally dubbed by Jess Discographics and then NGS Recording. The Turkish dub of Let's Play School has Barney's Turkish voice actor sing the theme, but the mix has his voice like 3 seconds late. It's very funny. In the Arabic dub of It's Time for Counting, the intro starts with the lyric instrumental, switches to the hit instrumental when vocals enter, and then back to the lyric intro during the instrumental sections. In certain international hit DVDs, a blank version of the opening intro and episode title card appears at the end of the video. This was intended as templates for international dubbers to insert translated versions of the show's title and episode name. However, in some cases the placeholder footage was either forgotten or overlooked and ended up just left in the final release by mistake. The theme song for the CGI reboot Barney's World opens with a lower key version of the original theme, only to bait and switch you with a completely different and much worse song. The last non-episode home video to feature the Barney theme song was a Super Duper Day in 2014. The intro uses footage unique to that video, but the template is clearly based on the Season 10 intro. You can hear the same sound effects, and it ends with the Season 10 style transformation sequence during the final instrumental bit. The final appearance of the Barney theme song altogether would be in Playground Fun, the last home video ever released, in which it reuses the Season 7 intro. And that was 100 facts about the Barney theme song. This video took quite a while and a lot of research, but I can say that I'm better for it, and now, so are you. And if you want to appreciate how long this video took, you should hit that subscribe button. We make a lot of really fun, cool Barney content on this channel, and you would enjoy it. I know you would. I've been the Barney Desk, and thanks for watching.